Hi there, I am Aman and you're watching PTO classes. So, in this video, we are going to study the second chapter from your moments, that is the adventures of Toto. So, by the title, you can guess that it is a story about some adventures done by a particular Toto. So, who is Toto? We will see in the story and what adventures he did uh, in the story. So, uh, this story is written by one of the most famous novelists of Indian origin, that is Ruskin Bond. So Ruskin Bond is famous for his short stories and the stories that he has written while living in our own state, that is Uttarakhand. So Ruskin Bond has very notably written many great stories, and this also is one of such story. So let's see what is there in the story. Okay, so have you ever had a baby monkey as a pet? I'm sure that most of you haven't got any monkey as a pet, and Toto is a baby monkey. So who is Toto? Toto is a baby monkey. Let's find out whether he is mischievous or docile. So what is mischievous? Someone who creates lot of mischief, someone who is a fun maker. And docile, who is very domestic, who is very sober, a very decent kind of a person, or an animal. So let's see what is there in the story. Grandfather bought Toto from a Tonga driver from the sum of 5 rupees. So note it down that grandfather bought Toto from a Tonga driver, and at what amount he got it? At 5 rupees. The Tonga driver used to keep the little red monkey tied to a feeding trough, and the monkey looked so out of place there that grandfather decided he would add the little fellow to his private zoo. So the Tonga driver used to keep the monkey in his in his uh, in his uh, in his house or in his place, and the grandfather saw the monkey tied there, and he was tied to a feeding trough, kind of a food container. So he was getting food from that, and he was tied. So uh, he was a captive of that Tonga driver. So the monkey looked so out of place there, and the monkey was feeling very exhausted and uh, very out of place. He was willing to go out as quickly as possible. As you can see that if you must have visited any zoo, the animals there, they are in a very grave situation. They don't want to be in the zoo. Will you like to be in the cage, locked in a cage? See the situation that is there today. We are all under lockdown, and we are getting bored, we are getting annoyed, we want to run out, and we want to go out in the in the open areas. We don't want to live inside our houses caged up. So same with the animals, they are in a zoo, and Toto is also in the captivation of that Tonga driver, and the grandfather, who has a lot of animals with him, who keeps a lot of animals, who has the habit of keeping pets, wants to get the monkey, and he got the monkey at the sum of 5 rupees. Toto was a pretty monkey. Toto was a very beautiful monkey. He was very pretty. His bright eyes sparkled with mischief beneath deep set eyebrows. You can mark these lines. It is the physical features of Toto. He had bright eyes which sparkled, which shined with mischievousness. So what is mischief? Creating fun, creating some trouble, uh, creating any thing which is fun for you but a trouble for other. So mischief, he had the mischievousness in his eyes, and he had the deep eyebrows, his teeth which were very white like a pearl, which were often displayed in a smile. He used to smile. You must have seen in Discovery channels, or if you have seen the monkeys, they smile very brightly, very joyfully, that frightened the life out of elderly Anglo-Indian ladies. So Ruskin Bond was also an Anglo-Indian, the Britisher who chose to live in our country after the Britishers went away from our country when they freed our country. So the people are known as Anglo-Indians. So the ladies, the elderly ladies, they used to get frightened seeing the monkey. But his hands looked dried up. Dried up means, what does dried up means? Uh, very rough. They used to look as though they had been pickled. When you pickle the mangoes or anything, when you are making pickles, what happen? You keep them in the sun and they dry out. So his hands looked like that, and yet his fingers were quick and wicked. What is wicked? Creating mischief. His fingers were very quick and were very mischievous, and his tail, while adding to his good looks. So see how beautifully the writer is describing the physical structure, the physical features of Toto, that his tail adds beauty to his good looks. Grandfather believed a tail would add to anyone's good looks. See how the grandfather used to believe that a tail is very essential for having good looks, because he was very attached to his animals. Also served as a third hand. He could use it to hang from a branch, and it was capable of scooping up any delicacy that might be out of his reach of his hands. So delicacy means tasty food. So he used to use his tail to hang up from the branch, or he used to get food by the use of his tail, the delicacies, the tasty food. So grandmother always first when grandfather brought home some new bird or animal. So grandfather was habitual of bringing so many pets at home, but grandmother, the boy's grandmother who is telling us the story, used to get very annoyed, first means very angry, by his grandfather bringing such animals at home. So it was decided that Toto's presence should be kept a secret from her until she was in a particularly good mood. So it was decided not to tell grandmother about Toto. Grandfather and I put him away in a little closet opening into my bedroom wall. So they put him into in a little closet opening. What is a closet? It is an almirah. So they put Toto in the almirah in his bedroom wall, the child's bedroom wall, where he was tied securely, or so we thought. So they thought they have tied him very secretively and very with a lot of security to a peg fastened into the wall. To a peg. What is a peg? Bolt. So they put a bolt in the wall, and they tied Toto with it in the closet in the almirah. A few hours later, when grandfather and I came back to release Toto, we found that the walls, which had been covered with some ornamental paper chosen by grandfather, now stood out as a naked brick and plaster. So a few hours passed and grandfather and the boy returned, and what happened? They found that Toto, who was tied in the walls, which had very beautiful ornamental. What is ornamental? Anything very precious ornaments, the jewelry we have. So ornamental paper, the glittering paper, the shiny paper which we use to cover our gifts. So it was there, the paper was there in the wall of the almirah, and it was all torn into pieces, and naked brick and plaster was visible. The peg, the bolt in the vault, had been wrenched. What is wrenched? Pulled out from its socket, and my school blazer, the boy's school blazer, which had been hanging there, was in shreds, was in pieces. Shred means pieces torn apart. I wondered what grandmother would say. So the boy wondered what his grandmother would say after seeing such a situation. The blazer torn, the ornamental paper gone. But grandfather didn't worry. He seemed pleased with Toto's performance. See, grandfather was very amused with the work that was done by Toto because he was very fond of animals. He is clever, said grandfather. Grandfather said that Toto is very clever. Given time, I am sure he could have tied the torn pieces of your blazer into a rope and made his escape from the window. Have you seen movies in which someone ties the all the bed sheets and clothes and run away from the window? So grandfather was saying that if he had time, he would have used your blazer and ran away from the window using it as a rope. His presence in the house is still a secret. Toto was now transferred to a big cage. After the incident, he was transferred to a big cage and still he was a secret. In the servants' quarter, where a number of grandfather's pets lived very sociably together. So the pets that grandfather had, that he had brought without the grandmother's knowledge, so he used to keep them in a servants quarter in a big cage, and Toto was transferred there, and there he had a tortoise, a pair of rabbits, a tame squirrel, and for a while my pet goat. So his goat was also there. Before he the grandmother must have noticed the goat and it became a part of the house. But the monkey wouldn't allow any of his companions to sleep at night. So, being very mischievous, being transferred to the cage, the monkey wouldn't allow any of his companions to sleep at night. So, he used to create trouble there also. So, grandfather, who had to leave Dehradun next day, see, I have told you, Ruskin Bond, a boy who used to live in Uttarakhand, wrote this story. So, this story is about him. The boy is Ruskin Bond. So, grandfather had to leave Dehradun next day to collect his pension in Saharanpur. So he had to leave to Dehradun to collect his pension. Decided to take him along. So he thought that he will create mischief. So he took the monkey along with him. Unfortunately, I could not accompany my grandfather on that trip. So the boy couldn't go to the trip with his grandfather. But he told me about it afterwards. So when grandfather came back, he told all this the story, all what happened in the train to his grandson. A big black canvas kit bag was provided for Toto. So a big black canvas, a big black bag was provided to Toto for living. This with some straw at the bottom became his new abode. New abode means new home. So he was living in the new bag, black bag. When the bag was closed, there was no escape. So when the chain was put up, so there was no escape for Toto to go. Toto could not get his hands through the opening. There was an opening for air to pass, and he could not get his hands through that. And the canvas, the material, you must have had the canvas shoes. So the canvas was too strong for him to bit his way through. So he couldn't bite that material also. His efforts to get out only had the effect of making the bag roll about on the floor. So he tried to come out of the bag, and the bag rolled on the floor, or occasionally jump into the air, or he jumped into the air. An exhibition that attracted a curious crowd of onlookers on the Dehradun railway platform. So all these activities were catching the eye of the fellow passengers on the railway platform. Toto remained in the bag as far as Saharanpur, but while grandfather was producing his ticket at the railway turnstile, Toto suddenly poked his head out of the bag and gave the ticket collector a wide grin. So what happened when they came to Saharanpur? He remained in the bag, but while the grandfather was buying a ticket, what Toto did? He got his head out of the closing of the opening of the bag, and he smiled at the ticket collector. So the poor man was taken aback. He was surprised, but with great presence of mind, and much to grandfather's annoyance, anger, he said, "Sir, you have a dog with you. You will have to pay for it accordingly." So see, the ticket collector, he was a very very smart man, and like in India, like what happens in India, the bribery. So he tried to make some money out of the situation. He said that you are having a dog, so you have to pay for it. In vain did grandfather take Toto out of the bag. In vain did he try to prove that it was a monkey, and monkey did not qualify as a dog or even as a quadruped. What is a quadruped? Four-legged animal. Toto was classified as a dog by the ticket collector. So Toto was classified a dog. In vain, all of the efforts that grandfather did to make him understand that it is a monkey and not a dog and he should not be charged went in vain, went for nothing. So what happened? He was charged. Then grandfather, just to get his own back, just to make fun of the ticket collector, said, took out from his pocket the tortoise and said, how much I have to pay for this creature? So as you are charging for all the animals. So the ticket collector looked closely at the tortoise, prodded it with his forefinger, checked it with his forefinger, gave grandfather a pleased and triumphant, a victorious look, and said, no charge, it is not a dog. So see, still the ticket collector was not affected by all the wittiness of grandfather, and he made his own remark that it is not a dog, I won't have to charge for it. See, now when Toto was finally accepted by grandmother, he was given a comfortable uh, home in the stable where he had for a companion the family donkey Nana. So what happened? Now he was accepted by the grandmother and he was in the stable. Stable is where the animals reside, the horses, the cows, all that resides. So Toto was given a place and he became a friend with the family donkey Nana. On Toto's first night in the stable, grandfather paid him a visit to see if he was comfortable. To his surprise, he found Nana without apparent cause pulling at her halter. Nana was a donkey. She was pulling at her halter and trying to keep her hand as far as possible from a bundle of hay. So she was trying to pull her head as far from the hay. It is very surprising as it is a food for the donkey, but she was pulling her head away. Grandfather gave Nana a slap across her haunches, and she jerked back, dragging Toto with her. He had fastened on her long ears with his sharp little teeth. So what was happening? She was not pulling her head back from the food, but Toto was pulling her ears so that she can't eat the food, and he had fastened onto her long ears with his sharp little teeth. So he was biting her ears so that she can't reach the food. Toto and Nana never became friends. So see what happened. At first they were trying to be familiar with each other, trying to build a friendship, but this incident changed everything, and Toto and Nana never became friends. A great treat for Toto during cold winter evening was the large bowl of warm water given by grandmother for his bath. So he was giving a warm bowl of water for his bathing, and grandmother used to bathe him. He would cunningly test the temperature with his hand, then gradually step into the bath. See how funny it is. He is checking the water. He is putting his hand in the water to check whether it is hot or not, and then step into the bath. First one foot, then other, as he had seen me doing. So like we people bath, the same way monkey was bathing until he was into the water up to his neck. Once comfortable, he would take the soap in his hand or feet and rub himself all over. When the water became cold, he would get out and run as quickly as he could to the kitchen fire in order to dry himself. So see how clever the monkey is. He is first putting soap in his body, he is putting water, he is bathing, and then he is running to the kitchen where the kitchen fire is there, and he is warming himself. He is drying up himself. if anyone laughed at him during this performance, Toto's feelings would be hurt and he would refuse to go on with his bath. So Toto was getting affected by people laughing on his daily routine. One day, Toto nearly succeeded in boiling himself alive. So while he was drying himself up, he nearly boiled himself. A large kitchen kettle had been left on the fire to boil for tea. And Toto, finding himself with nothing better to do, decided to remove the lid. So there was tea in the large kettle. Toto decided to see what is inside there. He removed the lid, finding the water just warm enough for a bath. So he thought that the water is warm enough for a bath. He got in with his head sticking out from the open kettle. So this was just fine for a while because the water was starting to boil up. But when the water began to boil and when it became very hot, Toto then raised himself a little, but finding it cold outside, sat down again. So he thought that it is cold outside and the water is boiling, nothing will happen to me, I will bath again. He continued hopping up and down for some time until grandmother arrived and hauled him half boiled out of the kettle. See, the monkey who was trying to get a bath in the boiling water, so he thought that that it is a water, it is the ordinary water for him to bath, but it was the tea that was boiling. So gradually the tea became more hot and he got boiled, his body got half boiled. So grandmother pulled him outside and he was alive, but he was half boiled. If there is a part of the brain especially devoted to mischief, that part was largely developed in Toto. So if there is any part in our brains for mischief, this part was developed in Toto's head. He was always tearing things to pieces. So he was always creating some mischief. He was tearing things. If there is a part of the brain especially devoted to mischief, that part was largely developed in Toto. So Toto was mischievous. He had that mischievousness in him. He was always tearing things. He was creating trouble for everyone. He made every effort to get hold of her dress and tear a hole in it. Whenever the aunts come in house, what Toto did, he made every effort to go get hold of the dress and tear it apart. One day at lunchtime, a large dish of pulao stood in the center dining table. We entered the room to find Toto stuffing himself with rice. So he was putting rice in his plate. My grandmother screamed and Toto threw a plate at her. What he did, when grandmother screamed at him for taking the pulao out of the vessel and keeping it in his plate, the Toto threw the plate onto his grandmother. One of my aunts rushed forward and received a glass of water in the face. So when one of the aunt tried to calm Toto down, he threw water on her face. When grandfather arrived, what happened? When grandfather arrived, Toto picked up the dish of pulao and made the exit through a window. So he picked up the whole dish of pulao, and he made his exit through the window. We found him in the branches of the jackfruit tree. He was sitting on the branches of the tree, the dish still in his arm. He remained there all afternoon, eating slowly through the rice. So he finished every grain of it. He remained in the branches of the tree and he finished the pulao. And then in order to spite grandmother who had screamed at him, he threw the dish down from the tree and chattered with delight when it broke into 100 pieces. So he threw the dish after finishing the pulao and it shattered into pieces. And he laughed when it broke into pieces. Obviously, Toto was not the sort of pet we could keep for long. Even grandfather realized it. We were not well to do. We were not very rich, and we thought that we can't have Toto for long because he is very troublesome and we are not that rich to afford all that trouble and could not afford the loss of dishes also, the curtains, all the things. So grandfather found the Tonga driver who had sold Toto for the sum of 5 rupees and sold Toto back to him only for 3 rupees. So grandfather had brought him for 5 rupees and he gave Toto back for 3 rupees to the Tonga driver. So this was a very interesting story. Hope you have understood it. Now we will do the question answers. I will send you the question answers and you will do those along with the word meanings. So thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you.